Hello everyone, I'm Kalen North, and welcome back to Spirit Island. Today we're going to be doing another level 6 adversary matchup. We're going to continue showcasing some Horizons content. I'm planning to play Sunbright Whirlwind into Sweden 6. I'm not really sure which board to pick for this. I've been liking picking the old boards with the Horizon Spirits and the new boards with non-Horizon Spirits, so I think I'll stick with that for now. And let's just go with board C. I like C a fair amount. And then Sweden 6, which is going to be a lot of things that we can't push right away with Whirlwind, but hopefully we can work around that. And we're going to play with Branching Claw and events turned on as usual. And with that, let's get into it. All right, so we get our extra stuff. They explore in the mountains and the sands, get an extra town. So that's a little annoying, that mountain in land 3, because we probably want to grow there to disrupt the build. So we're gonna have a triple presence there, which is fine. It'll be okay. I'm thinking about trying to use Gift of Windsped Steps and Scatter to the Winds turn 1 to clear out land 7, just so that we can avoid having that build a city and turn into a big ravaging problem right away. The question is just going to be sort of where do I want to gamble on sending everything after that. So let's go ahead and take growth 2, go to 2 card plays, push the Explorer. I'm going to push them in with the Beast just in case we get a nice Beast event. And then play Gift of Windsped Steps and Scatter to the Winds. And then use that on ourselves. And then I suppose we could... No, Violent Windstorms isn't going to work. It doesn't push towns. What am I saying? So we'll hit land 7 with that. I'll probably double up the Explorer in with the Beast token, and the town I kind of want to put in C6 so it's not on a blighted land. Also, I know Sands isn't going to come up right away, so that's a little bit safer in some sense. And that stops all the builds. And then they explore the jungles, which now that C4 is looking pretty problematic, but we'll see what we can do about it. We can just push this Explorer out of C1, and I'm going to do that, sending them into C6. Then I'm actually going to go ahead and probably gain another power card this turn so that we can play 3 cards. And I want to gain a miner, I think. Yeah, we're only going to have a couple of energy spare, so we want to go for a miner. And I'm probably going to make a Sacred Site in C6 and push the Dahan into C1 so that we have protection from Sweden's escalation effect, regardless of where they explore. So let's see what we get for our miner. Oh, Gift of Constancy is really nice. Get us energy and reclaims for the rest of the game. Rouse the Trees and Stones is actually really interesting because we can combo that with Tempest of Leaves and Branches to take out the city in C4, so they just have a town left after that. Here There Be Monsters is the only thing with air, which we would need if we want to hit our 2nd level innate this turn, which I don't think is going to be as big a deal because I'm mostly worried about that city in C4. And getting that damage, I think, in general is going to be really useful for the rest of the game. Uncanny Melting, cleaning up Blight can be useful, but I don't feel it right now. I don't think that that's going to be the right way to go. I'm sort of between Gift of Constancy and Rouse the Trees and Stones. I think Rouse the Trees and Stones is going to be a little bit better, just because we can make it fast with our Gift of Windsped Steps. And so 2 fast damage, 1 away from a Sacred Site on a non-blighted land, is going to be great for basically everything except the wetlands. So watch me take this and then immediately get a Wetlands Explorer or something like that. But yes, I think that's going to be our best bet. Gift of Constancy could just be more powerful in the long run, but I don't think it's going to do quite enough. I don't think it's going to do quite enough to actually warrant taking it over Rouse the Trees and Stones. So I'm going to do that. Go to 3 card plays, push that Dahan out, play all our cards. Sunlit Air does nothing for us, but it's still fine. Ping the Explorers and the city. And hey, maybe we get an event that does beast damage. Hey, we got an event that does beast damage. It's Cultural Assimilation, everyone's favorite. All right, luckily we did just protect against that by pushing that Dahan out of the way, so we're in really good shape now. We lose our beast token, but we now have nothing going on basically anywhere. Okay, sands explored, so that's not great. But we can deal with that with Rouse the Trees and Stones and Violent Windstorms. So, or mostly deal with that. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and I will take out a town, push an explorer into the jungle to die in the Ravage, and then Violent Windstorms. I'm thinking I'm going to push an explorer from land 6 into land 8. I don't know that that's the right call. Maybe land 7 would be better. Let's push the explorer to land 7. I don't want to put it in land 5 or land 1 again, because land 1 might not be a terrible choice, but we don't have defend naturally. So I'd rather put it in land 7 where I'm not going to risk an escalation in the wetland. Alright, now let's reclaim, take another miner, see what we get. Let's see, Quicken the Earth's Struggles could be kind of useful. Worst case scenario, we could pair it with Tempest of Leaves and Branches to take out a town for 3 energy, which seems excessive. But that's not the end of the world. Infested Aquifers is kind of interesting. We're in 1 mountain right now, so we could add some disease there. Call to Migrate, getting some Dahan movement, as well as getting an air element might be nice. I'm going to just pass on Growth Through Sacrifice. Obviously, it's a good choice. It's a powerful card. We have lots of sun to hit the threshold, but I just am less... I don't particularly want to try and take it right now. I think I'd rather experiment with one of the others for the time being. I think I kind of want to take Quicken the Earth's Struggles and then use Dahan pushing to try and set up for counterattacks. Is that gonna be the best idea? Because Quicken, we targeted in C6. C2 will try and come up with something for... But the other thing is I could just Gift of Windsped Steps in order to push the town out of C6. And then Quicken doesn't do anything for us because we can't get it in C2 in time. We could also take Call to Migrate and hopefully draft some other defense next turn. But this is going to be 6 damage coming in right now in C2, and so that's kind of a lot. I think I'm going to take Call to Migrate because of the element, and Quicken being kind of questionably useful at this point. I suppose if Mountains comes up again, it would be more useful. But I think I'm going to try and do the probably Gift of Windsped Steps, Rouse the Trees and Stones combo to take out C6. Or actually, no, I can do those 3 to take out C2. Do I have enough energy for that? I don't. I only have 3 energy this turn. Now I'm second guessing myself. I think I'll do the Call to Migrate play. See how that goes. Could be a mistake, but won't be the end of the world. So let's play Gift of Windsped Steps. Let's play Rouse the Trees and Stones, and let's play something with air. Probably Scatter to the Winds to try and deal with the Explorer, because I don't know where they're going to go, but if they go to the mountains, I might want to hit C7 again. So let's do that, and then we'll save these for next turn and see if we can do something fun with Tempest of Leaves and Branches. Otherwise, yeah. That is what it is. We'll Rouse the Trees and Stones, take out a town, get a fear card. Distant Explorations, that's a little obnoxious, but I don't think we had any pockets yet. Grim Toll is, if only we'd planned things out or saved the damage, but we didn't, and that's fine. So Grim Toll will deal damage to... I'll kill the Explorer because I don't think the Fear card is likely to do any damage at Terror 1. And we don't have any other damage sources available, so the city is just going to survive. And we remove a Town Explorer from a Sacred Site. Oh, okay, well, that's a little unfortunate, but it'll be fine. Alright, and they go into the mountains, so good thing we have Scatter to the Winds. Violent Windstorms, I'm going to go ahead and push... Well, Scatter to the Winds first off. I'm going to go ahead and toss these guys in different lands. I'll put Do we want to... I don't want to double up the wetlands. And the jungle would be fine. The sand would probably be fine. You know, actually, one second here. Scatter to the winds. We could... No, there's really not a better target for it. I'm just thinking about using Tempest of Leaves and Branches next turn. And, like, how I would do that. And I don't see a great way to make it all work. So I think I'm just going to stick with the plan. I'm going to take the Blight in land 2. Take the extra town from Mining Rush. And so I don't want to take a double Blight in land 2. So I'm going to Violent Windstorms the Explorer into 4. And then Scatter to the Winds, I think I'm going to go ahead and put 1 in 4 and 1 in 8. Because I'm not going to be able to move... Well, I am going to be able to move Dahan fast, potentially. Yeah, I'll put that one in 6, because I can push a Dahan in there from the... Oh, the jungle or the wetland. It's not ideal. Cultural Assimilation is gone, but the Sweden effect is still live. So we'll see what we do. It'll probably be fine. I think I'm going to go ahead and do it in the jungle, just because the jungle is going to be less painful if it explores than the wetland and converts. If it explores and converts. And then we're just going to leave C2 alone. And yeah, that'll be fine. So I'm going to go ahead and grab... I could grab an air element at this point, and we'd get our level 3 violent windstorms, which might be kind of nice, because if they do explore the jungles, then we could shove everything into C2 and kill the town or the city. Or we could, if they explore the wetlands, we could do something where we kill the town and push stuff into like C7 or even C6. So I'm gonna go ahead and go for the jungle, push a Dahan there, play all our cards. And Gift of Sunlit Air. Oh, and I wanted Tempest of Leaves and Branches this turn in C4, so I guess that's not going to work to kill the city, but it's fine. We'll still clear this land. Invaders Surge Inland isn't going to do anything. Grim Toll isn't going to do anything. Canny Defense isn't going to do anything. So nothing really happens there. We Ravage in the Sand. We add a town to, not the mountain, probably to the jungle in land 1, just because if they do explore there, they're already going to escalate. So let's go ahead and do that. And they explore coastal lands, which is fine. That's good. This land's already taken care of. Let's see, we can group up some Dahan. We have Violent Windstorms. So I'm going to go ahead and use Violent Windstorms to push everything, or to push from C1 into C2 and destroy the town. And that'll take that out. And then Call to Migrate, I'm going to just pull Dahan into C1 and then push some in... Do I want to push it to C1? No, I'll just take 3 Dahan and pull them into C2 and see what I can draft that'll let me use Dahan to kill that city. So let's go ahead and pull in those 3 Dahan. That's fine. And then we'll still need a solution to that town in C8, but we can probably find something at some point here. I'm likely to take a major at this point, just because... Or, well, no, I'm going to have enough energy that I can take out the city with my Tempest of Leaves and Branches, Rouse the Trees and Stones, Gift of Windsped Steps combo. So I can just take a minor this turn. But if I take a major, if I get the right major, it'll just end the game, probably. So I think I want to take a major and probably forget Call to Migrate, or maybe Scatter to the Winds. And then we'll see if we can find a solution that's quicker or more elegant than playing 3 cards to deal with 1 land. So let's see what we've got. Poisoned land is definitely nice. Deals a bunch of damage, would clear out the land pretty well, although we would take a Blight Cascade. Death Falls Gently from Open Blossoms is nice. Is there a chance of thresholding that? No, not really. If we got to 4 card plays, we could do it. Entwined Power is always fun, although I don't think it's going to be as useful here, just because we are fairly late in the game. Sweep into the Sea isn't going to do too much, although it does have our elements. I think I like Death Falls Gently from Open Blossoms, honestly, because then I can... If I play that... Well, if I play that, then I don't get to play some other stuff this turn. I think maybe we take Poison Land after all, because Poison Land can clear land 8 in the worst case next turn, if we don't have a better way to deal with it this turn. Yeah, and we can probably push the town out of land 8 before we poisoned land, so we don't take the Blight Cascade. I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to take Poisoned Land. And I'm going to forget Call to Migrate, I think. I'm happy with where Dahan are at this point in the game. So I want to play Gift of Windsped Steps, Tempest Leaves and Branches, Rouse the Trees and Stones. And that'll get me my level 2 innate at least. So we will go ahead and hammer this land. And, oh, this doesn't work. 1 minute. The land is blighted. We can't actually use Rouse the Trees and Stones there. I need to think again for a moment. So if we take Poisoned Land, which is still, I think, my pick, I want to keep Call to Migrate probably so that I can push the Dahan out of there. Because, yeah, we're not thresholding Poisoned Land. Otherwise, I could take Entwined Power and gamble on another power draft to see what I can get. Because a little more damage would be pretty helpful. I think we take Poisoned Land, and we forget Scatter to the Winds. And then we play Poisoned Land, Call to Migrate, and Gift of the Sunlit Air. Which isn't great. We will flip the Blight card, but it's not the end of the world. We get +1 range. Urbanization doesn't do anything, I think, at this point. Stricken doesn't do anything at this point. Retreat saves us a couple of Dahan, arguably. I guess I will push those into land 5. Alright, and they go into the jungles, which is fine. So I'm going to go ahead and Call to Migrate first. I think we will pull Dahan into land 5, and then push 2 of them into land, or 1 into land 1 and 2 into land 4. Oh, actually, what am I doing? I don't want to leave alone Dahan. Oh no, we're going to stage 3. We're good on escalations. So I will pull 1 Dahan in. I'll leave 1 in the sand. I think that's fine. And then put 1 in land 1 and 2 in land 4. Violent Windstorms. Actually, Violent Windstorms is going to push the Explorer out of land 1. So that's... Or no, that one's going to just die in the Ravage anyway, so we should push the one out of... We should push the one out of land 4. These Dahan are in completely pointless places. It's fine. We're going to just poison land. We'll take a Blight. We'll take a Blight Cascade. See what we get. Downward Spiral. All right, that's fine. I was worried about promising farmlands, but I think we'll be okay here. So let's push this Explorer into land 3 where they'll die in the Ravage. And now we just need to find a way to solve land 8. Which we don't really have at the moment. I guess we could push it out of land 8 and then hammer it with Rouse the Trees and Stones. But I think I'm going to go ahead and take... Do I want energy spike? I'm sorry to keep playing that noise over and over again, but because we're not going to be able to play all of our cards if we gain a power card this turn. So I think it'd be more beneficial to... How close are we to Terror 2? We're 2 cards away. Yeah, if only that blight weren't there. I think we take energy and we go for the top track here, so we can play a bunch of cards next, or so that we can afford to play our cards next turn. And I think I placed the presence in... Oh, I'll put it in land 6 and push that extra Dahan into land 1 just in case. I mean, we don't need the gigantic sacred site, but it is what it is. So this should work where, as long as nothing goes horribly wrong, we manage to destroy the town in the slow phase. We could Violent Windstorms it out in the fast with Gift of Windsped Steps. We could do that. I'm tempted to do that, but I don't know that that's worth it. Regardless, we'll Tempest of Leaves and Branches, deal a damage to it. Gift of Windsped Steps, and probably save both of them, actually, because Gift of Windsped Steps isn't doing anything for us this turn. I probably didn't need to play it. Oh well. Let's just finish using powers and go to the slow phase. Downward Spiral, we'll lose a presence here. Alright, destroy the Unnatural. That's unfortunate. So they will deal +3 damage in lands where we have presence. That's really bad, actually. Click a land to add an Explorer to it. Let's add an Explorer to land 2. I think that's fine, because that one they won't ravage. Oh no, we're not on Terror 3. We're on Terror 1. I'm sorry. So that's fine. That's fine. I was thinking stage 2 or 3. Yeah, let's go ahead and just put the extra Explorer in the coast. Or let's put him in land 6. Let's put him in land 6. And then we can add a beast anywhere we want. I'm going to stick in land 8 just in case. And now we can use a slow power fast. So if we had moved it earlier, then we'd already have won, but I didn't gamble on that, so my bad. Alright, so let's finish using powers for now. Each player uses a different land with Dahan in each 1 damage. It doesn't make any difference. Invaders ravage the coastal lands, build in the jungles, and explore the sands and wetlands. Alright, so now we Violent Windstorms, we push everything into here, and then rouse the trees and stones to take out the town. We can push an Explorer into the jungle, and then we just need to generate 3 more fear and we win. Or we need to deal with those Explorers. So let's reclaim cards. Let's gain a minor power. There's definitely enough fear in the deck that we can probably do something. Rain of Blood will do it. Almost. Tormenting Rotflies would do it. Also slow, though. I'm tempted to just take Razor Sharp Undergrowth and destroy the Explorer in land 6, and then Tempest of Leaves and Branches, the Explorer in land 2, and then I think we win in the Ravage. So I think that's my play here. So play those 2. We could play another card, but I don't think it's actually really worth it. I guess Gift of Windsped Steps we could make it worth it. So then we don't have to wait for the Ravage even. So Gift of Windsped Steps, lets us push this explorer into here, so we can Tempest of Leaves and Branches both of them, and then Razor Sharp Undergrowth finishes off the last one for a Terror level 1 victory. Not what I was expecting there, but yeah, that went pretty well. We did take a couple of Blight. We flipped the Blight card, but yeah, Whirlwind. It's a spirit. Yeah. Well, thanks for watching, and hope you enjoyed the game. If you want to connect with me, either comment below, join me on Discord, or reach out on Reddit or other social media. I appreciate you watching, and if you like the channel, please consider supporting me on Patreon. But thanks so much. Take care.